magic nuke the whole time. Sorry, Bailey. I took over the as GM
Okay,
for a bit,
cool.
and then yeah, I decided that like this town is actually like a vampiric gateway to the Nether, which is also full of vampires.
Perfect.
Um, and then rolled an investigation check, and it turns out Isla had the magic nuke in her pocket the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're setting it off, and the campaign's over.
Okay, yay!
We did it. We saved it.
We win!
Now
All right, new
reality will be
campaign.
erased. Yippee!
Mm.
I sure
Okay.
hope this nether thing has a time detonation.
Uh,
Um.
I, unironically though, I would be, I don't know how much of like the party would like, end up like having like kids or like adopting or whatever, but it would be interesting to see a campaign down the road where it's like they also meet up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be so cool!
Okay.
Cute.
So, I feel
Yeah.
like by the time that happens, like, Faro would be like a 40-year-old man, you know?
Yeah.
He could play his kid,
That's
Yeah.
true.
as
True.
long as he survives this campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I gave a lot up to Bailey.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
Faro.
Okay.
Faro
So
is Solari's son's name, if you
yeah.
didn't know.
Okay. So
Oh, also, make sure the stream is still recording.
yeah. I put
Oh,
it back
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
smart,
Okay.
smart, smart.
Okay.
Welcome
So
back,
Yeah.
Alex.
yeah.
Hi, welcome
Sorry.
back.
Hello!
Sorry. Technical
You
difficulties.
missed. Yeah, you missed the end of the campaign.
Yeah. The
So,
campaign ended. Sorry.
secret spoiler: Isla had the nuke in her pocket the whole time.
Okay. So Vor says, okay, let's get out of the rain, meet me in the tavern, and we'll head over here to the tavern.
Woo!
And
Yippee.
I'm
as
getting
you
drunk the first time
go
I
inside the tavern
enter.
and find a little table to sit at.
Ooh.
Oh.
Alright. Ooh, oh, so cute. It's the polycule.
Yeah, polygon there. Okay, so um, they open up the tavern door. Some chimes the uh, over the door jingle a little bit as the door kind of thuds into the wall behind it, and then and whoever's last one in can like turn around and shut it, and so head over to this table over here, pick up an overturned chair, and sit down and motion for the rest of you to do the same. So call out from the table towards the bartender. Hey, Altaid, round of drinks to the table.
Uh-oh. I can't see. But that's like normal. But also.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. You not see or
I can't see. I just see the roof.
okay. So when you in this area, if you you do like stay on your token, so click where your token last was, and then move it. Um, and yeah, do you see it now?
Nope.
Okay. That's weird.
Try refreshing it.
Try pulling your token completely out of the building and then back in.
Okay, hold on. Oh.
Did it work now?
Yeah, I refreshed and that worked.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, he calls over to the bartender, whose name is Altaid, and says, "Round of drinks for the table." And Altaid kind of nods silently, and eventually will bring over a some drinks. All right, so if you don't mind, let's get straight to business here.
There is a dog.
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 Dog. Let's get straight to business. Hey, couple of miners, they were working in the crystal mines, and one of the workers, a administration, something about administration, didn't. Some boring office work. They found one of them dead in the mines, and the only real sort of clue we have is that they suspect a vampire, which is why I was called in. If you don't know, my name is I'm part of the Silver Flame. Droop up. Ayla disappeared with an Ayla go.
Poof.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She's right.
I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It fixed. Okay. Yeah. Part of the Silver Flame. Vampire hunters extraordinaire. Although, I guess we've expanded more into supernatural monster hunters, vampires, werewolves, selkies. We trying to detect these monsters from a mile away, but this one's been a little elusive, and the townsfolk, they're a little paranoid. They won't talk, not really open to talking much, and my sense, it was the strangest thing. When I came in here, before I came in here, into this fog, I felt like all my powers were working, but when I got inside, it was like I was disconnected, and I couldn't sense the presence of supernatural creatures. So that's when I knew we were dealing with something more sinister, and we need to call in for some help. And for everyone else, you also notice that your powers in this fog have been more or less disconnected. You cannot. Please don't die.
Sorry.
It would be inconvenient.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be inconvenient.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah, you choked on water.
No.
Oh. Yum.
Okay. Yeah. So basically,
He's okay though.
that's good.
That's good.
Basically, in this fog, you will not have any features. No spells. No glimmers.
What?
This entire place, you are relying only on your brains.
Aha. Well, thankfully
And
I
sword.
multiclassed magic
And
out of
bullets.
all of my characters.
Yeah, do Isla's fists still work?
Yes, they still work, but not the astral fists.
Alright.
Aww.
Interesting.
It's Jasper's time to shine.
All right. So, what I know so far is that a miner, Cyrus, was found dead in uh, in the mines, and 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 I'm hoping that you'll be able to uh, pick up on clues where I couldn't, and maybe talk to the people around town, see what they know. Uh, my suspicion is that the vampire is uh, living here among them in town. So um, they'll likely try to divert the investigation in ways to lead you down a wrong path.
So we just figure out who the new person is in town, right? Everyone else would know.
That's what I assume too, but um, seemed like there's been no one here that's new. If there's someone new, or it's likely that the vampire uh, took, uh, killed someone and then took their spots and is now hunting the rest of the town.
So, a
Oh.
shape-shifting vampire.
Yes.
Makes it a little harder.
Wonderful.
What should we be looking out for? I've never talked with a vampire before. At least
Well,
not to my knowledge.
well, common vampire signs such as avoiding sunlight, um, and not being able to enter homes without an express invitation. Bailey's not sure what else to add here.
No worries.
Uh,
And then they don't like garlic, right? We brought plenty of cloves, so I think we at least can. I've got an idea. Let's just make a bunch of food and have like a community potluck, and whoever doesn't eat the garlic food will know.
you know that that's might be a good idea, though. I'm not sure if the townspeople will be really up for it. They're quite suspicious.
Trying to
Potluck
get everyone
will
up to it.
lift the spirits of the community, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
perhaps. Um, do you need any more information before you uh, head off to talk to the townspeople? Cyrus was found in the mines, so maybe I suggest at least starting your investigation there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be here, and I'll continue to try and work out who may be our secret vampire, but uh, hoping that the four of you will be able to succeed where I failed.
Yeah. I guess one question, is there a visual cue we can look for to know if somebody's, I guess if they are changing shape, not so much, but
Perhaps vampires tend not to react well in direct sunlight, so uh, that might be why they use this fog for cover. That's almost definitely the reason why.
mm. Well, Ember, you know you know a whole god about sun, right?
There's not a whole lot of sun here. I'm wondering where's the fog the thickest.
Mm.
Maybe that could lead us in the right direction.
It doesn't seem like there's a thickest part of the fog, um,
Mm.
but um, the mine is where the body was found.
Okay.
We should probably head there.
Alrighty, and so you head over to the mine, and just outside the entrance, this place is still covered in fog. And as you head inside, I need to swap over to this one. You head inside here. Oh, hold on. I totally forgot. I had to go back. Um, you see a little dwarf standing at the entrance to the mine. Hey, uh, sorry, mine's closed. We have an incident in the mine. Uh, can't have people coming in.
Yeah, actually, we're looking into that. We're wondering if you had any information or could help us out some.
Oh, yeah, of course. Right. My name's uh, you don't need to know my name. Um, but I'm the foreperson of this mine. Uh, and, uh, it was the strangest thing. I was on the work site with my my workers, and um, I well, Kai and Ming, they said that um, they found Cyrus dead in the mine, and not not quite sure how. So he was um, always the pinnacle of health, and so dropping dead like that was really weird.
Mhm.
But if you're
That is
here to investigate, then I guess you can head on in. Just stay out of my office.
Right. Yeah.
okay.
Anything we should know about the mines?
Uh, well, just uh, make sure you have some safety equipment. There'll be some on your way in. You can just grab some uh, um, steel hat, and make sure you have steel toes as well. Steel toe boots.
Okay. Yeah, that seems easy enough. We can do that.
Mhm.
All right, and Carmen will lead you all into the mine, and we'll swap over to, oops, over here. Right, so this is where we found the body. It's we didn't move it just in case there was something, um, some evidence or whatever for the uh, investigators to find. Whoop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Where is your office? Is that?
my office. Why do you need to know that?
Because I
Stay
just want
out
to
of
know
it,
where I
of course.
can't go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Well,
want to just walk in on accident and just not know.
Right. I might need to use the
Mhm.
bathroom later, you know.
well, my office door says Cameron's office on it, so
Oh,
let's
that's
just
smart of you, yeah.
stay out of my office.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. No worries, dude.
Yep, you've
Okay.
already said that. You know, you're really defensive about that. She just kind of narrows her eyes.
Yeah.
She's not trusting anyone in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Like,
about it?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man.
So, Larry, can I borrow your notebook?
Yes, but don't look at this page, this page, this page, that page, or this one. And she hands her the notebook.
I just start scribbling notes.
Ah.
It's mostly just little doodles of suspicious eyes in people's faces. Just really, quickly done.
Yeah, let me know if you peek through Solari's notebook, cause, yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
she might later.
Ah,
So there is a dead body. What are you doing? And
Let's go
also,
take a look.
yeah.
God.
Whee!
Oh, whoops. Why is-
Solari will just be like, Ember, you are a cleric, yes?
Yeah.
Clerics can speak with the dead, yes?
Well, usually, but I'm having a tough time with magic in this town.
Hmm. Right.
I could try.
Probably won't hurt, right?
Yeah.
It's not like
They are already dead.
Yeah. You try to cast a spell, and you find that although you use the right verbal components and somatic components, the spell doesn't take effect. It sort of like nothing happens.
Darn.
Mhm.
That is gonna be annoying if we run into any vampires.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be fun. Remember, we're in this for the sky ship.
Oh yeah, skyship.
Yeah, skyship. Okay, and I assume at some point you do some investigation, and I will just tell you that um, Cyrus here is dead. Uh,
Sorry.
Interesting.
Holy shit.
um, you notice that a couple things. He's not wearing a mining helmet. Um, Carmen said that um, they didn't touch the body at all, and if they died in the mine, they should have been wearing a helmet. And um, and the other thing is that when you inspect the body, you notice two small puncture wounds on his neck.
Does it look like he's been like drained of blood?
Shockingly, no. He doesn't look like he's been drained of blood at all. Still,
Mm,
still has some
okay.
color
Oh.
to him.
Okay. He wanted to wear his cool wizard hat. Yeah, so true.
Yeah, and he has a wizard hat too.
Can we do an investigation for like cause of death?
Cause of
Yeah. Sorry, like wanted to check his pockets, you know.
Okay. You can make an investigation on pockets, and
Okay.
Amber can make a medicine check. Okay.
Ooh.
17.
Ooh.
Okay. I'll go with a 17. Let's see. What information can I give?
It was the butler.
It was the butler. You notice a like a scrunched up note in his pocket. It was like seems like it was printed by someone who's quite angry. It's like, and it just says, "Cyrus, I know that was you who broke into my store last night. Give me back what you stole, and I won't report this to the guard." And it's signed Johann.
Okay. So it looks like Johann and Cyrus had beef.
Yeah. On a 12 medicine check, you let me see, what do I say in the 12 medicine? You know that what caused him to die was that his heart stopped.
Interesting.
As you're investigating the body, two miners come up, approach you. Hey, excuse me, are you here to investigate the murder?
We are?
Yeah.
Oh, we think we might know who did it. Oh, sorry. My name's Kai. The redhead is Kai, and I'm Ming. The dark skinned person with the brunettes with the green eye. Yeah, we were coming to work. Well, we were at work, and we were heading off to for lunch, and we were coming by here to ask Cyrus if he wanted to join us for lunch, and that's when we found him.
Oh, you were the people to find his body first?
Yeah. And then we didn't. We thought it would be best to let our boss know, and then we our boss is the four-person Cameron, and then they let the town guard know, and I guess the town guard called Black Watch for help.
Right.
Yeah. So, I heard from just people talking that maybe there's a vampire here. Did you?
Perhaps.
Yeah. Did you know that vampires, when they turn to bats, they and Kai tells you about like some obscure bat facts.
Mhm.
And Ming's just like, shut up.
Yeah, did you know that their leg muscles, when they're in their relaxed position, they're actually closed, which is how bats are able to hang upside down while they sleep.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Stuff like that.
Don't worry, I got the animal facts for you.
Thank you. Okay. And anything that you're doing now in this area?
So they found him.
Yes.
Did they say if they had any idea who did it?
Oh, no, they didn't. You want to ask about it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to word a specific question, or do you want me just
Ember will say, do you guys have any idea how this happened?
they look at each other. Oh, no. I mean, it was really weird because before at the start of our day, uh, we noticed that Carmen called Cyrus into the office. Um, Carmen looked pretty mad. Um,
You know what
Interesting.
they might have been mad about?
you know, I think this was about the 17th time in a row that Cyrus was late for work. Might have been about that.
Why is he late for work?
They kind of shrugged. We don't really know. Recently, he's been having a lot more difficulty with his dad, Altaid. Not his real dad. He's just Altaid's sort of a father figure for Cyrus. He's must be grieving a lot right now.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
When was the last time? Well, I guess you already answered that. You saw him going into the office.
Yeah, that was the last time we saw him. Kai and I, we work over on one side um, of the mine, and Cameron and Cyrus work on the other side. Well, on that day at least. There are other miners here. They just don't have names or faces or anything. The NPCs.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Thanks for the insight, Kai.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. So,
When I was kind of thinking Isla would look. You said it didn't seem like the person should have died in that spot. Is there any like indication that they were brought here, or like we're gonna go bloody footprints, Scooby Doo kind of mode?
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh.
You don't see any like out of ordinary footprints. Like you sort of see like the regular traffic of footprints that of like a mining facility would have, um, but no dirty footprints are in the area. It kind of seems like he was here and then he just dropped down and died.
Do we know how long ago the fog started?
It was really recent, like just before you came.
And do we know how long ago Cyrus was killed?
How long ago? A little bit after the fog.
Okay.
Scribbling furiously in Solari's notebook.
Ah.
What would you like to do now?
We could probably. Well, I see two options.
Also,
We could investigate the boss a little more, or we could investigate the guy from the note.
Mm-hmm. I also am curious about Altaid and why Cyrus was late for 17 days in a row because of this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Yeah. So, where would you like to go? And also, let's take a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Be right back.
Yep.
Cheery.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
I hope you are having a good time.
Yeah.
The mysteries coming together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Did
Welcome
we have
back.
a
Yeah,
queen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had to.
Yippee.
I forgot to brush my teeth this morning, and so I did that now because I was like, my mouth feels kind of gross.
Yes.
Don't you hate when you
So,
can feel your teeth?
I know.
mm-mm.
Yuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
All right.
All
Where are we
right.
investigating?
Yeah.
Wanted to investigate. Oh, what's his name? It starts with an A.
Altate?
Altate.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll head back out of town. I'm back towards town. Sorry. And you can talk to Altaid, the bartender who's up here.
Oh, right. I forgot that was their name. How does Altate look? Does he look a little like shaken up?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You look at Altaid. He's a dwarf. He's got like a very gruff face, and um, kind his expression is sort of neutral. Seems like he's just like really focused on work. Um, and he's got like an apron on, and in his apron you see like a little cat sticking out.
Ah.
Like a real one?
Yeah,
Uh,
Oh.
little cat.
hmm.
Um,
Not the vampire.
he sees he sees you. Hey, welcome back. What can I get for you?
Uh. Yeah. Actually, cute cat, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. You knew. We were just kind of we're new in town. But we heard this crazy story about some guy named Cyrus, and we were wondering, like, obviously you must have heard something. You're the bartender.
Oh yes. Cyrus was like, I'm sorry, this is difficult to talk about.
Oh,
He was
I'm so sorry.
like a son to me, and I just feel so bad that the last thing we had said to each other was we were fighting.
We were fighting.
Yeah, yeah. He's kind of breaking down behind the bar right now, and um, like wiping tears away with the back of his arm. Yeah. Um, I just I felt like Cyrus could have been doing more with his life, but he just didn't seem like he had uh, the drive to do anything more. So, and I I wanted him to have a better life. I and we thought about why Cyrus was still working in the mines, even though he was um, should have been looking for a better job. Like one of those inventors uh, um, in Blackwatch, or a scientist, or something that would make him more comfortable. Not
So, was he
him.
planning on leaving soon then? You think?
Well, no, that's the thing. I wanted him to leave, but he just wanted to stay here and work in the mines.
You know why he wanted to stay here?
I I'm not sure. Just maybe there was a girl or something he wanted to stay with.
Do you
Was he
think?
seeing anyone?
Yeah, some girl. I think she goes by the name Lynn. Stays in the community housing just up north over here.
Has anyone told her what happened?
Well, I'm sure by now she's figured out, but not that I know. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. Thanks for chatting with us in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of like goes back to like just working. Like his motion just seemed like robotic. Uh,
Mm.
And it just kind of walks beside Jasper, like, I don't know how to talk to these people.
Mm.
What do you say to people when they're sad like that?
Well, you can say that's, really rough. You can share a story that, uh, yeah, similar way, so it helps give a sense of empathy.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I can. So, like, that's rough, buddy, would probably be like, that would be a good thing to say.
It's a good start.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Fucking Zuko.
that's rough, buddy.
Oh no.
Okay. Where would you like to go now?
Hmm. Alright. Well, perhaps we can look at some of these big ol' fancy buildings or folk out here and ask them
Okay.
what they've seen.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who do you want to go talk to first?
Mhm.
So I'm assuming not everyone in this town is a miner, right?
No, those are just a couple of you who are minors. There are
Hmm.
people who are like bartenders or other people who work in the building here or the building here or this one.
Well, maybe we could go talk to Lynn, and at the very least,
Yeah.
maybe we can figure out where Cyrus was staying. See if there's. I mean, I know it's
That's fact.
slim chance, but maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should talk to Lynn.
Okay. Yeah. So, you approach a Lynn, who's this person, uh, darks and brunettes, with like a turtleneck sweater, and she is uh, in uh, like a public space, like a desk, and has a book open. Looks like she's writing some notes.
Hmm. So her and Isla have that in common.
Yeah.
Isla's got a doodle of Lynn making, like, doing the notes at the same time.
Yeah.
Ah.
When you approach, she looks up at you and is like, "Oh, hi. I I heard there was some new investigators in town."
You caught us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Oh, how's that
Jasper
going?
tips his hat.
Oh, cool cowboy hats.
Mm.
Yeah, how's the investigation going? Did you find any clues?
We
Well,
actually wanted to ask you what you know.
Oh,
That's all
me?
right. Yeah.
I'm not sure what I could know about a murder that I wasn't anywhere near close to. Um, I never go to the
Well,
mines.
we just heard that you might have been seeing Cyrus, so you might
Oh,
have some insight knowledge into him and who he was.
oh, yeah, yes. Cyrus was a sweet kid. Sweet boy. I We went on a couple of dates, and we were going to see each other some more, but not. And well, I guess we won't be able to do that anymore. You wanna roll a persuasion check?
Yes.
12. Okay. Uh, I think I remember something. I just I don't know if this is important or not, but when I guess the morning that Cyrus was found dead, I was out by the riverbanks collecting samples for my um studies, and she motions to like um some uh some rocks that are like on her um like workspace. Uh, I'm a geologist student, and uh well, I was just collecting samples, and Cyrus uh walked by me. We waved, but we he had to go to work. He was already late, and it was the weirdest thing because I noticed he wasn't wearing his helmet when he got to work. When he was going to work, and uh, Cyrus always wears his helmet when he's walking to work.
That is strange. Where
hmm.
does he usually keep his helmet? Does he keep it like in an apartment or
Oh,
does he keep it at work?
Oh yes. He usually keeps it in his room. He stays in the inn with Altaid, just upstairs.
Interesting.
And did he ever have any plans of um, leaving the city? Did you know?
Not that we know about.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
Seems like he was pretty content staying here.
sounds like you aren't very happy with that.
Well, I, I mean, I would have liked to move out to the big city one day and just there's not a lot to experience here. It's just these handful of buildings you see around, and that's it. That's our village.
Yeah. Was he like a kind of gestures to the rocks on the table and the notes? Was he did he like stuff like this? Was he kind of like a book person or like oh, it seems like him hanging out at the mines is a pretty often mentioned thing. Was he like a did he like to do stuff like that?
Um, well, he's studying. What was he was studying? Mining logistics. Um, like administration stuff. I I never really uh got to know much about what his work was. Um, yeah. So I'm just wondering, who else have you talked to?
Well, we talked to the foreperson of the mine, and then to the barkeep. But
And oh, and those miners, I
Uh,
and Ming.
Kai Ming, yeah. Um,
mhm.
okay. Uh, I don't know if this helps at all, but I think it's Cyrus and Faye Bell, the town guard, they sometimes had little fights.
Mm.
Interesting.
Um,
Did Cyrus seem to get along with most people, or did he have a lot of people he fought with?
uh, he was a nice kid, you know. Like you were saying kid, but then I'm like but the dating, and then he was nice. He was a nice boy. I just I'm not I'm not sure. He I know like I got along with him, and I know at least a few others got along with him. Um,
Mhm.
but he really argued a lot with Altaid, uh, and him and Faye Bell they hated each other.
Mm. Did they like make it obvious, or
Oh, it
did they
was
just like openly argue, or?
oh well, it was quite obvious. It was they the ex-lovers, and um they
Oop.
had a lot of fights. Um,
Mm.
sometimes those fights got violent, and we had to people in the town had to come in and intervene and pull them apart.
Hmm. Did they live together at any point? Do you know?
Um, not that I'm aware.
Mm. Okay.
Does he You said Fabel?
Yeah. And very conveniently, as you're talking about them, they approach the party.
Or you were talking shit.
Heard you were talking shit. A pink-haired tiefling carrying like a sword and shield and some like leather armor, and um, they approach Lynn and say, "Hey, Lynn, I was just following up on to see uh, if Johan had been around. Um, you know, he was asking about his snake earlier." And then she's like, "Oh, no, I think Johan's in his shop. If okay, yeah, sure, I'll go check there." And Faber like looks to the rest of you. "Oh, you must be the new investigators." Um,
Yeah. Um, you you knew Cyrus, right?
Unfortunately, there's that little snake. He um,
That's quite a way to talk about someone who's passed.
Do you know each other long?
didn't. Doesn't matter. So he's dead. He's still a snake.
Why do you say that?
That's me. He got what he deserved. Um,
Why do you say that?
Bastard cheated on me.
Oh.
Ooh.
Of course, no one in the town will admit it, but I know someone in the town slept with him. Just, don't know
Why do
who.
you
You don't
think
know who
that?
did?
What makes you so sure?
I'm just sure. I know.
Did did he have any unusual behaviors that led you to think that he cheated on you?
Yeah, he came home one day. Um, well, sorry, he visited uh me in my home, and he was smelling like another girl's perfume.
Mm.
Is Lynn still sitting here listening to this?
Uh, yeah. She just kind of looks like super nervous. It's like, ooh.
Yeah. What
Can I
were
make or
oh
is there
god.
any telling about her, like, does she look guilty?
Yeah, she looks guilty about that.
Oh no.
So I was gonna ask, what scent notes did you catch from the perfume?
Like, uh, why are you interrogating me about these things? Go in.
Listen, it's important to the investigation. Hold on.
All right.
I was just fully in this for the drama at this point.
Small town drama.
Yeah.
Uh, I caught some hints of I don't know, perfume.
Did it smell
Like,
fruity
yeah,
or
like
like woody?
some wood citrusy scents.
Okay.
Crazy. I was just gonna take a big inhale.
All right. Well, if you're
She smelled that perfume anywhere.
all right, if you're uh, this is pointless. I need to go talk to Johan, and she just walks
Why do
away.
you need to go talk to him?
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, Damn it. The drama.
Well, what do we
they're
smell?
Yeah, yeah. Do we smell that wood citrusy perfume anywhere?
Signature scent.
Perhaps near Lynn.
Maybe.
Can Solari roll a perception check?
Yeah.
Can she get advantage?
No.
Because she's a lycanthrope? Ah, okay. Alright, that's okay.
No advantage for sniffers.
12.
12.
We are good investigators. We found small
This is the
town
stuff that
drama.
matters.
You pick up some citrus notes.
From Lynn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Coral.
So I gotta
This
go.
is messy.
I gotta get back to my studies now. Hope you find whoever killed Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And who is the next person you want to talk to?
I kind of want to sneak and follow Lynn around.
Okay, you want to sneak in, follow Lynn?
I was gonna say maybe we should sneak and follow Faye around and see
Ooh,
what
okay.
they're gonna go talk to.
We could, yeah,
what's his name about.
This is a terrible idea. Let's split up.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are we splitting the party? Like,
Okay.
who's going where?
For the record, I am bad at sneaking.
That's okay. So, let's see. Who do we want to focus priority on? In terms of
well, Faye is going to talk to Johan, which we haven't talked to him, that person, either way.
Yeah.
So maybe Faye is priority and then Lynn is secondary to see if we find anything else with them.
Okay. So maybe Ember and Solari could follow Lynn.
Yeah.
Okay, Ember, Solari are following Lynn, and we'll send Sibel up with Ember and Solari.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ayla, Jasper, and Shara will be heading down to follow Faybell. And also, you're like stealthing this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, make a
sneaky
stealth check.
Okay. So 23.
Yep.
From Jasper.
That's a sleight of hand, but if you have the same modifier, 16.
I do.
Okay.
I also have a plus 16.
Okay, cool. So 23
Nice.
stealth. 16 on Ayla, and Shara's gonna roll 7.
Oh.
You two are like super stealthy, and Shara is just like, oh, I'm so excited to be here. Like, this is so like I hear both stories of these adventures all the time, and it's just like sneaking everywhere. I feel like such a spy.
Shara, Goral.
You know what spies are? Quiet.
Goral.
Oh,
Goral, hell.
she throws like both hands over her mouth.
Yeah, perfect. Just like that.
And you hear inside that Johan and Faybell are talking. Faybell is just talking about, like, hey, I'm just following up. Did you find your snake? As oh yeah, found my snake. That damn Ezra kid is always coming, taking her. God,
Snake theft. I don't say that out loud.
Yeah. Yeah, just damn kid. Stupid pranks and all that nonsense. Let's let me see. Actually, I went I went looking around and I found little thud here just outside Altaid's Inn. Um, Ezra, that kid must have been careless and let him out. Uh, are you going to arrest that kid or not? I mean, well, I can't really do that. I'm not good to arrest people, just protect people in case there are attacks. And well, there was an attack against me. It's like, oh, that's not really what we mean. Well, what good are you then? Okay, I understand you're upset, but uh,
I think
and
Jasper can speak with animals dagger. I think
Well,
that's
but
like
we
the
can't
one
in this
spell.
town.
no, there's no.
Right. It's so sad.
And okay, Faybell, it's like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess if you have your snake back, there's nothing really for us to talk about. So I guess I'll leave you to your job. It's like, yeah, whatever. Get out of here. And it's like,
Isla's gonna grab Shara and pull her out of the way before Faybell shows up.
yeah,
Oh.
okay,
Yeah, she's ducking around the corner.
okay, yeah. Duck around the corner. Faybell's just like heading back out. Just passes by Jasper without saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah. That is a little strange.
Okay.
Mm.
What do you do now?
I'm
Isla
thinking.
definitely took the split from Solari to look through the book the rest of the way, but we don't have to get into that right now if you don't want.
The scandal.
Wow, the betrayal!
Yeah, just immediately. As soon as she's like, okay, Solari's around the corner and peek.
Damn. Okay. I'll think about fully what's in there. I know a couple things. But you do see that she has a lot more like scribbles and doodles and games of Sudoku than she lets on.
Lots of actual spreadsheets. Isla's going to the one that's got data on herself.
Okay. So yeah, what are you doing now?
Yeah, Jasper's like, well, I don't know if I trust this Altaid character.
Yeah, they keep coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm wondering. Short of putting him in front of a mirror, I'm thinking we could maybe. Well, he's a bartender, right? So he probably lives upstairs.
probably.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Are we gonna break and enter?
A little being he never hurt anyone.
Yes. Okay, and then while we're up there, maybe we can find Cyrus's room too.
Oh, this is
just
so
for fun.
This is so exciting. Shara is just like, I'm so happy I get to be here with you. Okay.
Yes, sure. We might actually have a special mission for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mhm. So while Isla and I are upstairs,
Mhm.
we're gonna send you down, and you have to, no matter what, talk to Altaid and keep him there. Right?
Yes.
Go off
You
on all
gotta
the
distract
stories that
him.
you know. Tell him all the fun facts you know about magic and lichens and frogs. All right.
Okay, yeah, okay, I got it. I'm the decoy.
Perfect. You're so smart.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, okay, I'm so excited. And she's like in
Now,
a
whatever
really
you do,
okay.
whatever you do, don't mention that we set you up for this, and don't mention the fact that you're doing any spy work.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. And she does like the crouch down sneaky
Oh,
sneaky walk to
Oh,
Oh,
oh no.
oh,
uh,
oh, God help us.
as you are like breaking into like the second floor of the inn where the rooms are,
Okay,
you kind of catch
go up.
um a few snippets of what Charlotte said, and she in a really like um fake authoritative voice, she's like, "Well, I have some questions for you, Mr. Altaid."
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Okay. Uh,
Um,
we're gonna put
should
you.
I roll a sleight of hand to break in?
Oh no. Uh, these
Okay.
are basic locks. You do this in your sleep.
Can I roll it just for fun?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I have a plus 21, I believe, to sleight of hand,
Oh
or
my
to thieves'
gosh.
tools checks.
Yep. Plus 16, but
So
oh no, but you're plus 5 from someone somewhere. How do you have plus 5?
from expertise in thieves' tools, you add your proficiency bonus.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's a 27.
27. Yeah.
Wow.
The lock just doesn't exist.
Ah,
It's like you just like pulled the window open and it wasn't even locked in the first place. Uh, and we're
man
gonna
keeps his door unlocked.
we're gonna
Really
leave
trusting.
you two there and
Okay.
check in on Ember and Solari. Um,
woo!
you follow behind Lynn. Are you stealthing this?
Yes.
Okay, so stealth rolls,
Yes.
please.
Okay.
Alright.
Since I don't have faith in myself.
Do you also have disadvantage on stealth, Ember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sabelle's quite stealthy. They
Oh
almost.
my god.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Disadvantage? Not. This is.
Oh my
Holy
gosh.
shit. What is happening?
Okay.
Way to go.
Just.
We are determined to
Yeah.
figure this out.
Yeah.
Three
Just a cowboy
points
hat.
between us.
Yeah. They. Um. They don't notice you follow at all. And they just go back to like uh their desk, and now Ezra has joined them, and you kind of overhear them chatting. It's like, oh, so anything uh you know happen with Fabel? Oh, oh no, I don't think she really figured it out that Cyrus and I were going to run away together. Um, yeah. Um, anyways, did you uh, talk to Johan? Um, Ezra said, "Oh, what? I mean, why would I talk to Johan? That grouchy old man. Mm, he and that stupid snake. Like, I don't understand why I can't just you know borrow the snake a little bit for my experiments."
Oh.
Like
Wow.
I was going to give it back, but he had to call the guard vape bell on me. Like, what a bastard.
Hmm. Sawyer leans over to Ember, and she's like, I might have a theory. What if
Yeah?
the vampire did not shapeshift into a human, but instead an animal? One with fangs.
Maybe it wasn't even a vampire. Could have just been a snake bite.
True, true.
Something else. Because all I know is that his heart stopped. It wasn't blood loss.
Hmm. Perhaps a powerful venom then?
Yeah. Something like from a snake.
If she like goes to scribble, she's like, ah, fuck, I forgot I gave Isla my notebook.
Isla didn't.
You
Ah.
you notice. Actually, make a perception check.
Ooh.
You noticed nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, 17. Cool.
MP 15.
15. Okay.
Ember Solari Dream Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're locked in
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
What is going on?
Let's see how Fidel
Uh-huh.
does on the perception. Nope, not locked in.
Nope.
No.
Really lifting up the team there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You let's see. You notice on Ezra there are like splotches of like stained red on her clothes.
Mm. On Lynn's clothes? Or Ezra's?
Ezra.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. I wonder where those came from.
Wonder where the snake is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ketchup?
It could.
Yeah. Well, my knowledge of small towns, I know there's not a lot to do, so a lot of people drink. So it could be wine, you know.
Fair.
We could always introduce ourselves and take a sniff.
Suppose so. We would have to be subtle about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's rude in most circles to just sniff people upon meeting them.
That would be pretty rude and weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. I love the gif. Just sniffs you.
Okay. So, are you going to approach and subtly sniff?
Do you have any other ideas?
I mean,
Short of finding the snake itself, then perhaps we could. Well, why would we introduce ourselves? That's the question, you know?
True.
I guess, what would be our cover? Because, you know,
Lynn
we are
already knows
investigating,
what we're
but
doing.
yes, they seem rather annoyed in us intruding on their private lives, which I don't blame personally, but it is something to consider.
Oh.
Sorry, I have blood allergy.
I just imagine scenario. We're trying to
Yeah,
find.
just give up our position.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't we just go talk to them?
I
I mean,
suppose so.
Lynn
Are you
already.
okay?
Yeah, you good? What's happening? Don't die. Only Cyrus is allowed to die here.
Yeah.
No, that already
I might.
happened.
No.
Yeah.
Can you get me my allergy stuff from my bag?
No.
Aaron's
No.
so mean.
Whoa! During Pride
Okay.
Month?
Yeah, during
I
Pride
know.
Month.
Pride Month.
Ah.
Everyone is a vampire, even you pointing finger.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's about to say, yeah. I mean, like, Lynn already knows that we're here to investigate the murder. Like, why are we even thinking about cover?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we could just say we're talking to everyone in town. That's why we're talking to Ezra.
Exactly.
Should we wait for Ayla to get back?
True.
All right.
They'll wonder why we split up.
Mhm.
So, what are you saying to Lynn or Ezra?
Just be like, hey, can we sniff you? No.
Okay. um, they're inside this building.
Yeah. Inside the
Is this
in like a
the inn?
yeah, no, it's not an inn. It's like a shared house situation, and there's a public uh place where they are like sitting in.
Okay. Um. um. Well, I think we should just walk up to them.
Okay, so you walk up to them. Hi. Sorry, I thought I answered all your questions. I mean, do you need anything else?
You did. You totally did. Super helpful. Really appreciate it. But we're just trying to talk to everyone, you know. But we'd like to talk to your friend here. Care to introduce us?
Oh, yeah. This is Ezra. It's like, yeah. If you hear about the snake, I don't know where the snake is. Okay.
No, no one was
Oh.
asking. I don't.
What?
What snake?
Don't worry about it then. If you're not here about the snake, then what are you here about?
Well, I have a. So I'm gonna roll a deception real quick. I have a deathly allergy to snakes, so I would actually like to know if there's one in town. 23 deception.
Oh, I mean, the snake belongs to Johann, so I guess stay away from there.
Okay. See. Where's Johann?
In his store, probably. You know, the place under the sign in front that says Johann's General Store.
Okay, not appreciating the tood coming out of you. We're investigating, and we're just trying to ask a few questions. All right?
Sounds like some pretty
Kinda.
stupid questions.
Okay. Do you know?
The man died. Well. Okay.
Ezra, do you know Cyrus at all?
Cyrus? Yeah, I know Cyrus. That uh, person who was adopted by Altaid.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. What
Yeah.
do you
How
know
did you
him?
know each
Were you
other?
friends?
As Reg kind of shrugs, like, I mean, I guess I knew him. I knew his name. Didn't talk to him much, though.
Hmm. What do you do for a job, Ezra? Do you have one?
Why do you care about what I do for a job?
Just getting to know everyone, see how this town works. It's an innocent enough question.
Well, if you really have to know, I'm a student.
Of
Uh, what's the fucking
what
word? Sorry. What's the fucking word I'm looking for? I think it's um,
school? No.
yeah. Uh, let's say chemistry.
All right. And where do you study chemistry? Do you go into town? Or is there a campus here?
Yeah, just small campus. Do lots of studying in
Hmm.
in the co-op. Like,
And you have a professor, I assume?
obviously,
What's their name?
why do you need to know about my professor? But
Well, I want to talk to all the folk in the town eventually and feel like feel like it'd be nice to say hello with their actual name instead of being like you there. Yeah.
well, I guess you're just gonna have to get over that.
Mm-hmm. Where could I find this campus and this mysterious professor?
I don't know. It's a pretty small town. Why don't you
You
go
don't
look?
know?
It's a pretty small town. Why don't you go look around? Do your investigating. Why am I doing your job for you?
Well, my job is to ask questions and uh, listen to
Well,
people's answers.
my job is not to
And
answer
your
them.
answers have been quite insightful so far, actually.
Lynn's just like, Ezra, come on, just. Well, I'd uh, I'd answer your questions better if they were at least a little thought out. She's
Like,
so mean. I'm sorry.
you want me to
What
think out
question do you
the question of what do you do for a job more? Or where do you work? Does seem like pretty distilled, actually. You would know a thing about distillation, right, with your chemistry?
I meant about the murder, obviously.
Well, part of investigating crimes is getting a lay of the town and who might have the means, motives, opportunities to commit such a terrible act. And,
Yeah,
well,
well, let me know if you find that.
I will. I'll, well, I might actually head to the lab now, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
What a waste of time.
She is going to leave, but
Mhm.
she's not going to leave within earshot because she wants to like see and hear Ezra's reaction. Because boy, howdy, was
Yeah.
that shady.
Mm. Um.
It,
Where do you work? No idea. Like what?
it was like I don't know. The I don't know part was me misspeaking. Her answer uh was like mind your own business. D-
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
is the
still,
perfect version of that.
yeah, still being super evasive.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was intentional. But like, she does know where she works. She does know who she works with and all that stuff. It's just
I,
that was me misspeaking.
yeah.
The
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I was like,
yeah.
you gotta know. So the fact that you're
Mm-hmm.
answering with like I don't know
Yeah,
is
yeah,
is really suspicious.
yeah. No, but she didn't answer if I don't know. She
Okay.
answered with like mind your own business. Kind of
Right. Okay.
type.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going back to. Oh,
Wait. One last thing. As they're leaving, uh, I think Ember is gonna say to Ezra, "You have a little something on your shirt," and try to gauge their reaction if it's guilty or
ooh.
surprised.
She
Mm.
doesn't even look. Yeah. What about it?
Oh, okay.
Whew. Tough crowd.
Tough crowd. Life is hard as an investigator.
Lynn is
Uh-oh.
like.
I can
Uh,
see why they like stand out in the rain with their
So
big
angry.
coats. Uh,
that was Vor who was standing out in the rain. Uh,
well, no, we were just talking about
The
like
trope.
detective tropes.
oh, okay. So back
Yeah.
to Ayla and Jasper, who have broken into the room now.
Breaking and entering.
Yeah,
Woo.
you find um in in Cyrus's room a small crate of an open top, and um inside the crate is like a little bowl of water. Um, and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
25.
Yeah.
Not 20.
Let me find.
Send me your
Um,
entire notes document, Bailey.
yes, I will do that. You find like the wooden crate full of water, and on closer inspection to the um, to the crate with the bowl of water in it, you also find a few shredded snake scales.
I think you're starting to be right.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, she is. Did we see Thud the snake?
Yeah,
I
that
don't.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thud the snake is with Johan.
Okay. Do they look like they match?
Mm,
The scales.
okay. The scales. Yeah, they look like they match.
Hmm. Okay.
And this is in Cyrus's room, right? Not Altade's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is strange.
Wonder why would Cyrus have the snake up here?
Yeah.
I mean, with box, it looks kind of like he was taking care of it.
You learned earlier that Ezra was the one who stole the snake from Johan. And now Cyrus has a box with signs that a snake was in it at one point. So at some point, the snake ended up in Cyrus's care.
So Ezra took the snake,
Yes.
and then the snake ended up with Cyrus, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm.
I want to know how long they've had the snake in town.
Pretty much like since Johan was in town. You know, they've both been here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, is that all that Jasper finds
Yeah.
in this room? Okay. They are gonna try sneaking into Altate's room.
Okay. Yeah. You go into Altade's room, and let's see what would you find here. You see in Altade's room there are like a bunch of brochures for schools in Blackwatch. That he's like circled things for. Looks like he may have been like looking for schools for Cyrus to attend, to send them off to.
Hmm. Okay. All right.
I don't want to say he's innocent, but what are you thinking?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe. Wonder if there's even a vampire, because there could be a mundane explanation for this. You know, let's say Altaid wanted to send his adopted son out into the world, but not wanting to. Maybe wants to, scare him straight. And so he asks Ezra to steal Johan's snake and have him bite him in the mines as like a scare tactic. Town's dangerous. Then it all tragically, goes wrong. Snake's venomous, and then we're here.
Interesting. It doesn't. The only thing it doesn't explain is the weird fog.
True. I don't have an explanation for that.
Well, maybe we meet up with the others and see if they've got any leads.
True.
And
maybe save Altaid from Shara.
You pass by Shara, who's still talking. Oh, and then there was this one time where we all got into this really weird place. There was a tree or something, and it was a really mean tree, and it's just
Shara! Hey, Shara!
Huh?
Hey, we're actually gonna go meet up with Ember. You want to come with us?
Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Altate. It was so helpful. It was talking to you. Okay, bye. And just leaves.
Alta didn't get a word in.
Nope, not a
No.
single word.
She was just talking at him.
Yep. Okay.
Good work, Shara.
You did great.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. And you all regroup and you share information. What's the theory so far?
I'm
Evil
thinking.
snake.
Yeah,
It was a snake.
I'm thinking hearing Solarian Ember's half that it might be kind of what Jasper said, but maybe Ezra enhanced the snake with like vampire magic,
Ooh.
Mm.
right? And that's what caused like all the like magic smoke, right?
Interesting.
So yeah, so maybe because like yeah, my main suspect now is Ezra,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because he had the
Fair.
means and the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
And
think, yeah,
I wonder. Just talking mostly to myself, if Ezra theoretically knew that Lynn and Cyrus were leaving together, and Ezra didn't want Lynn to go,
Hmm.
might have tried to off Cyrus so Lynn would stay.
I thought Cyrus didn't want to go.
yeah. Cyrus didn't want to leave.
Well, no, but Lynn did tell Ezra that Fabel didn't suspect that Cyrus wanted to leave. Because they were going to run away together, is what Lynn was saying.
Mm.
Somebody's story doesn't line up. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We found a hole. Okay, all right. Put Ace Attorney music on. We have to think about this. All right. So I am more inclined to believe Lynn's side of it because the only person who said that like Cyrus wanted to stay was Altaid, right? And if you were planning on leaving, like secretly, right,
Yeah.
you would want to put up like a ruse, right? That like, oh no, actually, I'm gonna stay. Don't suspect anything, right? Go opposite direction, right? So,
Yeah, especially if Cyrus was dating Fabel at the time, like shortly before, and it doesn't sound like Lynn and Cyrus were being open that it was probably Lynn was the affair partner. So
yeah.
would probably want to run
So,
away in secret, sort of thing.
so what could happen that, mm,
How does Ezra
ooh,
play into this?
Ezra, I think is the so okay. Ooh, actually, master theory. All right. So, Fabel is like okay. Fabel is the one that was cheated on. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. So, Fabel. And imagine that I look like this while I'm doing this. All right. So, so
Perfect.
Fabel, being heartbroken from being cheated on, right, goes, she's like heartbroken and everything, learns through the grapevine that Cyrus wants to run away with Lynn, right? They want to elope, get out of here. So, as a method of revenge, Fabel hires Ezra to do the job, but he doesn't want to do it. So, he steals Thud, the snake, right? Snake theft. Then they go to their lab, right? And because maybe Thud is a domestic snake, because it seems wild to just carry a venomous snake around with you as a pet,
Yeah, fair.
uses vampire magic to enhance Thud, right? Then, some way, somehow, they convince Cyrus to go to work without his helmet. Maybe they think he's just like meeting someone there. Then Ezra from the shadows springs Thud onto Cyrus. Thud bites him, just being a snake. It's not his fault, right? Then Cyrus dies. Then Ezra leaves the mines with Thud, returns the snake to Johann, and because of some like wild magic fuckery, maybe at the moment that they were bitten, some weird vampire fog is released, right? As a side effect of Ezra maybe not being great at his job. So a vampiric cloud is just sort of hanging around. The snake is probably still enhanced with vampire magic, right? And yeah, that's my current running master theory.
If I was to grade this on like a letter grade, I would give you an A.
Are we right?
What?
There's a 90% of that. There's a piece missing, but
I think we're gonna find it at the lab.
Whoa! Yeah.
Holy shit!
You did it. Nice.
Well done.
I'm so glad you got the Thud. Thud was the killer.
For Thud.
Yeah, because it was Ember's observation that like, oh, there wasn't like any blood or anything, so it's like, oh, well, maybe that's like a poison like killed him, right?
Yeah.
Because a snake wouldn't have any reason to draw blood. Snake has reason to draw venom to paralyze and kill someone.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so you are you gonna go and make this accusation or?
No, oh God, no! We're gonna look at the lab.
We're gonna look at the lab.
We need.
We do not have enough evidence.
Yeah.
Okay. You.
So just quick question: did we ever find Cyrus's helmet anywhere?
Oh, I'm so stupid.
We didn't.
The helmet is in Cyrus's room.
Okay, so he left it. Interesting.
Yeah.
That definitely makes me think he wasn't there to work. He was there to meet someone. Ooh, maybe. Maybe a few percentage points more. Maybe Ezra said, or like convinced him that like Lynn was going to be in the mines or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like they were gonna run away together. Maybe Ezra like forged a letter or something.
Ooh.
As Lynn said that Cyrus passed her on the way to the mine that day, and he wasn't wearing his helmet.
Okay. So he was there to meet someone else. So who was he there to meet?
Well, didn't Kai and Ming both say that he went and talked to
The foreman? Yeah.
But why
he
would
might have been there to
talk...
quit his. He might have been there to quit his job.
Oh.
Or to like collect his last paycheck or something.
Yeah. But Cameron didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you'd think.
He did not say that. He said nothing. is a very.
I think we need to know if Cameron and Ezra are friends.
Oh,
I think he could have bribed, like Ezra could have bribed him to just turn a blind eye, right?
mm,
Seems like you wouldn't have cared either way.
Exactly. Like he would be losing Cyrus as an employee either way. Um,
what a boss.
yeah. Always about the bottom line. It's all
Yeah.
capitalism's fault
Typical
again.
Yeah.
capitalism.
Sorry.
Yeah,
And it all circles back.
this story about cheating and like bitter feelings of lost love. Nope, it's all capitalism's fault again.
Ta-da!
Okay, so you want to head to the lab?
Yeah.
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 So the lab is like sort of like in the back of the shared housing area. And when you go inside, there's one that's particularly marked for like um, chemistry studies, and inside you find um, vials of blood, and um, each one has like labels on it that are um, uh, like amounts of poison in blood. Uh, Sorry, not poison, venom in blood, and they are at like different amounts of coagulation. Uh,
Well, that looks pretty guilty.
Oh, yeah. How filled are the bottles? And is there one that is less filled
they
than
all
all the other ones?
they all look like they are filled around half.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Interesting.
Does it have what kind of venom it is labeled anywhere?
Um, they are all labeled with snake venom.
Are there lab notes anywhere?
Yeah. Um, the lab notes are kind of stick on the desk. Make a medicine check.
Oh boy. Mhm.
21.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh,
With a 21, you look through the notes and you see that the blood that's like in these jars, they are animal blood. Um, there's different sources, though. There's like pigs, chickens, cows, um, wild animals, essentially, that Ezra was experimenting with the venom on, um, and uh, she was like taking notes of like how the blood affects how the venom affects the blood, um, and then at the last page it just like abruptly stops, uh, and it looks like um, things have been like scattered around, um, like somebody was looking for something uh, in a hurry, uh, and yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The only other idea that I have so far is that Ezra might not have done it. Someone might have stolen their research to do it.
Someone like Faye Bell?
Or Cayman.
Du-
Hmm.
du- du.
Oh.
Who?
So, okay. If it were Kamen, imagine the boss called Cyrus to maybe fire him or something, or just to talk about performance or who knows work, get his paycheck, who knows, wouldn't show up in a helmet, got them in that foreman's office that we were told not to go in several times,
Mm-hmm.
and then offed them with the poison that they stole from Ezra.
Right, but that doesn't explain the snake bite.
Yeah.
True. Stole snake. Who knows?
Stole the snake just to keep.
The snake was found with Johann found the snake around Altade's place.
Yeah, outside the inn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Huh. Okay. I don't know. I feel like we have enough evidence. You know? I don't know.
Who are we confronting? Ezra?
Yeah.
Someone other than Solari could do that.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
She did not like that confrontation at all.
Okay. So are you you go up to Ezra, who's still like at the table studying, writing notes. And what do you say? And who's saying it?
If Isla does it, she's gonna be blunt. So, does anyone else want to take that?
Blunt might be the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that way it's harder to like just like weasel your way out of it if you just
Good cop, bad cop this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk up. So Ezra's at the desk, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna go full bad cop mode and slam both her hands on the desk and go, "You killed Cyrus, didn't you?"
She make an intimidation check.
Who?
Ayla.
Yeah.
Do it.
Can Jasper fold his arms and that gives advantage?
You can have a. You know what? Yeah.
Please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey!
Yes.
I'll take that.
With a nat 20, you see her visibly flinch at you and say, I didn't kill anyone.
Really? Then explain why you have so much venom in your lab. And he definitely didn't. I can tell. What are you hiding?
I'm not hiding anything. The venom's a part of my experiments. If you were in my lab, then you know. You should have seen my notebook.
Where'd you get all the venom?
All right. I mean, I stole thought from your hive to get the venom, but I didn't kill anyone.
Right. That's maybe we're coming across too strong. Maybe you didn't kill anyone, but well, Thud's venom, strong, right?
That's why I've been found in my notes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you had the snake, how did it end up with Cyrus?
Look, I was doing my experiments, and then I looked down, and the snake got out of the little enclosure that I was keeping it in, and I didn't know it was with Cyrus, so I guess it ended with Cyrus, and
And
So you think it just slithered over to him then?
well, maybe
yeah.
Likely
How long ago
story.
did they slither out?
about a day ago before uh, Ezra, sorry, Cyrus was found dead.
So, you looked down, saw that your prized venom snake went
Uh,
missing, that
um,
you borrowed from Johann, your borrowed venom snake, and you waited over a day. You didn't even bother looking to see where they went.
well,
Why didn't you go look?
I mean, I did look. I just didn't find it,
Where?
and I looked all around.
All
I
around where?
all around my lab. I just didn't. I just didn't find it.
Why didn't you go outside?
Would you expect the snake to slither on outside?
Snakes live outside.
I mean,
They can
did
fit through
anyone
holes
else
that
know
we
what
can't.
Did anyone else know about your research, what you were doing?
Yeah, basically the whole town.
Do you ever,
I'm working
you
to save lives, you know.
no, I believe you. I believe you,
Yeah,
but,
with my research, we could, this we could find medicines to counteract snake venom.
mm-hmm. Did you,
And Cyrus wasn't your last human test subject?
Well, Cyrus isn't a human, but besides the point, I don't
Humanoid.
I don't experiment on people.
and have you ever successfully developed an antidote?
Never, no.
Hmm. And you never happened to show off your lab to anyone, did you?
What's there to show off? It's just a lab.
Is Lynn nearby for this conversation?
Yeah, she's like kind of like listening, is like taking in all the drama.
Does she look surprised or worried or anything about this?
She looks, let's say, um, she looks more curious, if anything, about like, she wants, she looks like she's hoping, um, like certain information will be divulged. Um,
Like she knows something or she's hoping we do?
she's hoping that you do.
Hmm.
She'll ask, uh, oh well, what about? I mean, after the snake got out, I mean, like, honestly, I'm not. I don't think it's reasonable to expect you to look for a snake, but I mean, you could have said something. It's like, yeah, but I mean, and then I would get arrested. And okay, yeah, but like Cyrus died because of that, and uh, well, like if we had been able to know where the snake was, or if people knew to like look out for him, for Thud, um, maybe Cyrus wouldn't have um, gotten bit accidentally. Um, I'm like,
Well,
I'm sure it was just an accident, right? Just
yeah, no one told you not to look for the snake, right, Ezra?
no one, wait, no one told you not to look.
Yeah. Or is anyone like? Yeah, he's basically saying, did anyone ask you to not look for the snake?
Well, no, why would they do that?
It's a good question.
Well, it sounds like you figured out where the snake went without me, so what did you find there?
Above table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What we know so far is Ezra had the snake, was doing experiments with animal blood with it,
Yeah.
and then Snake somehow disappears and ends up in Cyrus's room at the inn
Yeah.
in a box.
Yep.
And then at some point, Cyrus ends up in the mines without his helmet,
Yep.
dead,
Yeah.
with possibly snake bites.
Yes.
So why did Cyrus have the snake in his room?
If you wanna, you like mentioned that you know this information to Ezra already, right?
Which part?
That the snake is in with Cyrus.
Yes, Isla did ask how the snake ended up with Cyrus,
Okay.
if Ezra had it.
Okay. Okay. Make another intimidation check, or actually make it insight check first.
Insight? Oh. Mm. Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. She is lying about losing the snake.
Ezra, this really just isn't looking good for you. You know something. The snake didn't just slither out. Why would it end up in Cyrus's room in a box like he'd been caring for it if you were the one who was supposed to have it last? I don't imagine he would just keep it there for fun.
Okay. 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 Fine. Fine. Look, I gave it to Cyrus so that Cyrus would give it back to Johann, because if I went back and gave it to Johann, he would accuse me of stealing. But if Cyrus gives it back to Johann, it's a nice thing that he does.
Does that seem truthful?
Yeah, that seems truthful, yes.
Why would Cyrus need an entire enclosure if it was just to pass along the snake?
I don't know, maybe he kept it for a day. Like, all I
Did
know,
Cyrus like snakes?
Cyrus likes all animals. All I know is that I gave the snake to Cyrus because I didn't want to go talk to Johann and deal with him being all grumpy about losing a snake for a couple days.
Did you warn Cyrus that the snake was venomous and, dangerous?
Yeah.
I can't see why he would want to keep it then.
I can't see why either.
Does Lynn like snakes?
Lynn is impartial about snakes. Cyrus went to work without his helmet on when he always goes to work with his helmet on, according to Lynn.
Mm.
I feel like maybe I'm wrong,
Say it.
but regardless of if you're like going to the mines to quit or be fired, you would wear the helmet anyways, just because like
Safety.
who knows what's safety?
Yeah.
OSHA,
Yeah.
So it's strange that he went into the cave, the mine.
Without the helmet.
Yes.
And it's about sort of, what was that to say? Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess like should probably figure out why Cyrus left his helmet behind then.
Yeah.
Ezra, you never noticed, or did you ever notice anything unusual about Thud or change in any behaviors from Thud?
No, that's just a normal snake, as far as I know, and behaves like a snake.
And they're not normally aggressive to people, correct?
No, not normally. Are the gears turning?
I feel like we had it and now we've lost it again.
No,
Yeah,
no. You are really close.
yeah, I
Everything
feel like we're right there.
everything Jasper said is still true. It just there's a small part of it that diverted, and I'm telling you, the helmet is important.
Okay.
Ray Bell
Was the helmet
tell.
broken?
No, the
Ooh.
helmet was not broken.
Did Bell tell Cyrus not to have his helmet?
No, they both didn't say anything aside from like, uh, you know, you're a cheating bastard, whatever. Um,
Was the snake hiding in the helmet?
yep, there you go.
Oh my god.
Ding 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 ding.
There you go. Yeah. So basically, uh, Ezra gives Cyrus um, the snake to like give back to Johann. Cyrus puts it in a crate with a water bowl of water, but the snake is like, I want to be in the helmet instead. So when Cyrus puts on the helmet, unexpectedly finds Snake in there. Snake freaks out, bites Cyrus, um, and then Cyrus, who is like has like resistance to poison, doesn't feel the effects until later in the day when he's in the mines.
Mm.
So did Fabel even tell Ezra to? Was this all just like an accident?
Yep.
Oh.
So what's
Wait, but what's up with the fog?
Yeah, where did the
Hold on.
vampire fog come from? Hold on.
The fog is
Sorry
unrelated.
that I pinned it all on
Oh,
Fabel.
mother.
The fog is just weird weather. What about the magic? There's no magic.
The fog is unrelated.
It's just a magic dampening fog out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There are probably some
I hate
NPCs that
those.
we didn't talk to who were just like super obvious vampires, but also just didn't have anything to do with Cyrus dying.
So,
So
do you go to Vor, back to Vor, about what happened in it's like a snake accident?
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I guess the only thing
Yeah.
Ezra could, I guess, be charged with, well, is theft.
Yes,
Theft, yeah.
that's it. Yeah,
Theft and negligence.
yeah,
Did he have
Yeah.
the permits to be experimenting with poison?
yeah.
I mean,
Venom.
I feel like if the entire town, like, I feel like, yeah.
Oh,
You're gonna
okay.
get him on the paperwork.
Yeah, so, like, illegally sourcing scientific equipment, i.e. snake.
Not following OSHA compliance.
Yippee!
And negligence resulting in the death of another person.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah.
sorry, Ezra, I think you're still going to jail.
Rip.
Yeah.
But not forever, you
Not
know?
forever. It's just like a lesser jail.
Yeah, the cool jail with like a basketball court.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe Fabel won't even lock him up. They didn't seem too hurt that Cyrus was dead.
Yeah. Yeah. No, honestly, it must be like, oh yeah, well, how unfortunate. Well, oopsie. Um. Okay, so
Oof.
you go and report this to Vor,
Mhm.
and it's like,
Mhm.
well, just a simple accident. I honestly didn't expect that, but so it doesn't explain this fog that's happening. But
Or the other folks saying that they saw vampiric activity.
my guess is that may just be superstition.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Seeing
Maybe people
somebody,
saw bites.
yeah, the fang marks maybe looking like vampire bite marks. Right. I'll I'll send word to science, let them know that you did a good investigation work here, and maybe we'll see each other in the future one day. But I'll I'll maybe see you. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
We'll see you around.
Yep.
yeah. And we're gonna say that we fast forward to the next day, and Solari, everyone's staying in the inn. The inn is called the Cat's Gaze, and
Oh, GAYS.
yeah,
I assume.
yes,
For Pride Month.
yeah, for Pride Month.
Yeah.
You overhear speaking in one of the rooms as you pass by. The door is cracked just slightly enough that you can see a sliver inside, and you hear a voice that is familiar to you. It's Reva.
Fuck.
So, do you learn?
Yeah, she's gonna fake her own death real quick.
So, did you learn anything about the fog? And you hear boy answer, no, just still no leads on that end. Some adventurers came by and were poking around, and I set them on another incident that happened in town. And
Does the other voice sound familiar?
yeah, it's Reva and Vor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And through like the sliver in the door, you see like Reva just like kind of nod her head. Good. Just no one can know. And do you want to get closer? They motion to somewhere a little bit out of sight, and you can like sneak in, like open the door like a little bit wider and see what's going on.
Can I say, for my own sanity, that Solari does not wear her plate armor to bed?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, I think they are going to try and listen in a little bit more and try and be sneaky about it.
Okay, make a stealth check.
All right.
Don't throw in that one. Come on.
No pressure. It's
Oh.
Joer.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Damn, that sucks, bro.
Is the sleight of hand the same as your sneak?
Wait, fuck. I'm dumb.
Oh, okay.
It is, tragically. I don't think I have inspiration. Jasper has inspiration, but Solari doesn't.
Oh.
That's okay. The dice tell a story.
Okay. I was not expecting this soon. You like kind of peeking a little closer, and you see that Reva is standing like on a table along with Vor, and Vor is also standing across. They are both members of the Silver Flame, who are vampire hunters, and on the body, on the table is the body, the body of Altaid, and he is clearly deceased, drained of blood. And you see Reva like kind of wipe her mouth as like streaks of blood sort of drip from her mouth.
Oh my god, she's a vampire. She's fucking Wesley Snipes' blade.
She drips of blood leak from her lips, and she's like wipes them away. It's like, this will keep me going for a while. Thank you. And
oh my god, they're both undead.
What happens that causes Solari to give away her position, her sneaking?
Soulmates for real, both undead? Yeah, fuck. I guess Ior at this point is also gonna be a vampire. Yeah, she would sneak! or she would, I think this is what she would do. She would see just like some random in-goer pass by, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, let me move out of the way," just out loud.
You like reflexively just say, "Oh yeah, sorry, let me move out of the way," and Reva just like her eyes snap back to the door, and you come face to face with her. The blood is like still sort of dripping from her lips. And that's where we're gonna end this session.
What the?
Oh my god!
Oh no.
That was wild.
Hey, so my ex-wife is a vampire. A vampire
Oh my
who's a
god.
vampire hunter. I can't
Was
believe my wife
Altair
is.
dead the entire time?
Altair died overnight.
Oh no. Where's the cat?
Yeah, is the cat okay?
Yeah, the cat's okay.
Okay,
Okay,
oh, thank
good.
God. I don't know if vampirism can spread to cats.
uh,
It turns them into Tresem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
hope
no.
the murder mystery aspect was fun.
That was so much
Yeah.
fun.
It was. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved seeing you like put the pieces together. It was like
we locked in.
that
We
was
did.
so good. Like the first guess was like 90% there, and then
Yeah.
I just wanted you to
Crazy.
get like the helmet part.
Yeah, because we assumed that this was a murder, but no, it was just a fucking
It
accident.
was just an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
murder
the
is
reason the fog is there is because fucking Rava's in town.
Reba the vampire
Oh, no.
vampire hunter is in town.
Also,
The vampire hunter.
am I correct that like Blade from the Blade movies is a vampire who's a vampire hunter, or am I just completely misremembering those?
I honestly don't know.
I haven't watched that movie in forever.
Yeah.
I have never heard of those movies.
I think you're right though.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Human
Blade is
vampire
like a
hybrid.
Marvel character,
Yeah.
but he's like a vampire hunter, but I guess he's half vampire.
Yeah, okay, so the wiki says that before he was born, his mom got bitten by a vampire. Yeah, so
Okay,
he's
so
a
he was
half.
born Dampier then.
Yeah.
There's a half vampire. Okay.
Yeah. And now Solari and Reva can deal with whatever this is.
Yeah.
Yay!
Like, hey, so I know I'm, exiled from here, but I'm actually back here now. Also, did you know I have a son?
Also, did you know?
Reva doesn't know. She never told her.
That's fucking insane.
The only person on Earth who knows other than like Ior and the broken antlers is Zygax.
Yeah, that's wild.
You know, maybe dying is like the expiration date on the exile part, so like since Solari died and came back, she's all good.
True,
maybe.
true.
True.
It's like I remember reading a news article about like like an inmate who was supposed to be like executed, but he died and then like came back. And so they were like, well, technically my life sentence is finished. So
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, oh,
and
yeah,
I think he's still alive. So
Wow. I mean, oof.
yeah. Or no, it wasn't that he was actually. I think he died of a heart attack, and
Yeah.
then on the heart attack he came back, but he was like medically dead for like 2 minutes. So
yeah.
yeah. So maybe Solari isn't technically exiled anymore. He.
Maybe. Hey. But yeah. And it's like super clear that Ray did a murder to drink.
Well, like okay.
Yeah.
Solari's also done a bunch of murders.
Yeah.
Indirectly,
Yeah.
She's never directly pulled the trigger, and the only time she did with Seiya was when she was the architect, and she doesn't really remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Raven know about the architect?
No. I think she knows that she has lycanthropy because she was at the trial,
Yeah.
right? But it happened like her getting back to Cinderfawn and then having the trial and being exiled all happened within like 2 weeks.
That's
So
crazy.
the first time that she shifted into the architect was in Elysium.
Ooh, yeah.
Or
Oh.
Okay.
or it could have been on the boat to Elysium, which
Oh. Oof.
would be a lot scarier.
That is
Yeah.
scary as fuck.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah. This was a really fun mystery, by the
I'm
way.
It was.
glad.
I did you write this out yourself or did you
Yeah.
use like a Hell yeah, that's
That is
awesome.
so cool.
I I uh
I
I
be very
started.
proud.
Thank you. I started with it being like a mystery, and
Hmm.
like there was like an actual killer who was supposed to be like a killer, and it was actually someone who you didn't talk to, and
Oh.
then
Ooh.
halfway through, I was like, okay, so Johan has nickname Thud, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna make it Thud, and like the entire killing part is like a red herring.
Hmm.
Yeah, because obviously it looks like murder.
It looks
Yeah,
like a murder.
and they can't arrest a snake because like okay, you get one handcuff on the snake. What are you gonna handcuff the other part to?
The snake. You make it
Right.
into a loop.
You get the
Ah.
tiniest little muzzle.
Yeah.
It's like a
Oh.
thimble.
It's just
A thimble.
oh
Oh my god. Okay, this was
That
so
was so
fun.
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I loved this.
I'm glad.
I also love Solari does not, but I love introducing Reva. Um
Yes.
Reva the vampire hunter is a vampire.
yeah, so I guess fuck, does she like this would have to have been after she got exiled, right?
Yeah.
Because like I was thinking like, okay, so this is like a recent thing for her
Yeah.
that she became a vampire. Fun.
Oh,
It's rough, buddy.
interesting.
Fun times.
That's rough, buddy.
I
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
So I'm guessing like she went got stationed near like the Crimson Court to fight off vampires,
Yeah.
got fucked up, turned into a vampire, and then I don't know, maybe didn't tell anyone.
Well, Vor
Uh,
knows, which
well,
means her
yeah,
people
Vor
probably
knows.
know.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Vornos and
That's also why Raven wasn't out during the day. Fuck.
dun,
That's why we didn't see her.
Oh.
Interesting.
very
Mm.
interesting indeed.
We should. Oh man, imagine if they had broken into the room Reba was sleeping in.
Hey, does Ember's natural sunlight, like from being Pelort, does that affect vampires?
Well, my spells aren't working right now.
Yeah, it
But
sure
like
does.
if
So,
they got out of the fog,
It would, yes.
okay.
interesting.
But Reva makes the fog and carries it with her?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I feel like she has to be a pretty powerful vampire to do that. That or
That's what I
Vor
was
is a powerful
thinking.
vampire. Like that doesn't seem like you're just a new vampire sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's like, oh, you have like advanced control over it. Like
She whoever bit her was really powerful, I guess.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bam,
All right. I
bam.
have to head out because I have to go get groceries, which is so gross.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
But otherwise, I will not have
So
anything
sorry.
to eat tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
I guess
Rio,
that's a
what are we
risk.
doing tonight?
Yeah,
Is
tonight at 8:30, we're gonna watch
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
yeah, and Alex will
Yay.
be here.
Yes, Alex will be here. Oh God, we get to tell Alex what happened during session.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the recording now. So everyone say bye, Alex.
Okay, bye, Alex.
Bye,
Bye,
Alex.
Alex.
Alex.